The political spotlight shines brightly on Pennsylvania in campaign 2024. The winner of the Keystone State could win the White House. The Harris and Trump teams are spending big to make it happen. They're expected to commit more than $211 million in advertising in Pennsylvania. That's double the amount in any of the other 6 swing states. Similar to several battleground states, Pennsylvania has had a high turnover among local election workers in charge of overseeing your vote. And as I recently learned, that's a big concern for officials there.
Count every vote! Count every vote!
In 2020, the battleground state of Pennsylvania was ground zero for election protests, court challenges, and threats to election officials like Republican Al Schmidt.
You want to compare the results on all of those scanners.
He's a former Philadelphia commissioner who oversaw the city's elections. But these days, Schmidt has a much bigger role as Secretary of the Commonwealth, the top election official for the entire state. What do you think is the greatest threat in 2024, this presidential election?
The turnover that we've seen with the people responsible for running elections. Some people left because of the ugly environment with threats and all the rest. Some people left because it was time for them to retire.
Across Pennsylvania's 67 counties, more than 80 senior election officials have left, impacting over 2/3 of counties.
Whenever you have people leave, people who have worked in elections for a long time and been replaced by people with less experience, the more likely you are to have people make mistakes in election administration.
An analysis of Pennsylvania's general election last year found an increase in ballot errors, in part due to turnover. Ballot errors doubled in the state's municipal general elections from 2021 to 2023. These errors included instructions to vote for the wrong number of candidates, duplicate ballots being sent to the same voter, races or candidates being left off the ballot, improper ballot instructions and spelling errors.
So when you are running elections, there is no room for error, right? There's no redos or do-overs. But when it comes to the issues that you raised, in every one of the cases that you mentioned, there were remedial actions put in place to make sure that the results were accurate.
On the morning of November 6th, your hope is?
When it comes to election administration, you never see a headline, Election Day went smoothly. And what I'd really love is to see a headline that went, Election Day went smoothly in Pennsylvania.
Well, since 2020, Pennsylvania has redesigned its mail-in ballots to make it easier for voters to know where to sign and date their ballot to ensure that it is valid.